At this point, I should literally just make a series called, like, Late to the Party, because my streaming schedule is pretty inconsistent, so I am very frequently late to the party. In this case, I am a little bit late on the Nick Fuentes incident. However, better late than never, right? As boomer as that might sound, it is still wise wisdom. At least that's what my grandpa told me. So, Nick Fuentes has been faced, or is now facing charges due to the assault that took place when he pepper sprayed a random woman for standing outside of his porch. But a lot more has developed. So, first, let's find out about this. Well, first, wait, we already talked about the charges, right? Babes, I already talked about the charges, didn't I?
I don't know.
Remember I did the picture, I did his mugshot picture. Yeah.
His sassy mugshot.
His sassy mugshot. His look maxing.
He was mewing so loud.
Okay, so quick backstory. Nick Fuentes, among the countless pathetic and stupid and despicable things he has said, he actually managed to somehow cross the line and outdo himself and say something even more horrible and heinous. So much so that it got pretty much the entire country fucking furious with him, which led to his address being doxxed, which then led to somebody showing up at his door, not really posing much of a threat. This was like some older woman who was just like up on his front porch for a minute. She went to ring the doorbell. He pepper sprayed her. Now he's facing charges for that. Oh yeah, that's right. That's right, yeah. He pepper sprayed her. He kicked her down the steps. He stole her phone, very gentlemanly. And then, well, I guess that's why, yeah, now he's facing charges for that assault. But it started to escalate because two recent developments have occurred. One, there was a pretty dramatic assassination attempt, a legitimate assassination attempt made on Nick Fuentes. And the body cam footage from the police has finally been released. So now we can see what the cops experienced when they had to deal with Nick Fuentes after he pepper sprayed a woman and then kicked her down the stairs and then stole her phone. Like an angry Verizon employee. Now, this is the full body cam because we're not going to be watching all of it. So the video starts with the police just showing up to talk first to the lady. They talk about it. But I was really surprised at how much of a little bitch Nick Fuentes was. So after they get the story from the woman, they now are going to be getting Nick Fuentes' side. So we're just going to jump right to Nick Fuentes' side. However, this little tiny baby channel, Trial Thrills, posted it. It's the body cam footage. I put the link there if you want to see all of it. I put the link in the description or in the chat for that reason, but yeah, we're going to just kind of watch when Nick Fuentes comes into the party. All right, well, let's watch as these cops' job just got a little harder because now they have to deal with Nick Fuentes.
Yeah. So, again, you were videotaping his house, you went, rang the doorbell. As soon as you opened the door, he sprayed you with a spray.
Sprayed me, pushed me,
grabbed
took
your
my
phone,
phone,
went inside, and then came back out when I came.
Shortly after you arrived.
With both hands? How do you push it with both hands?
I believe so, yeah. It was kind of
and you were right in front of the door?
Yeah, I just rang the doorbell.
Yeah, so you were right by where the doorbell is in the door?
Yeah.
And then what happened? You
I fell backwards.
To where?
in front of the ADT sign, sidewalk.
Okay,
area.
on the floor.
Yes.
And then you got back up.
Yes.
He wouldn't give you a
And
phone,
he had
then-
taken my phone.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, kind of got your story. Please, just do me a favor. Just stand over here.
Hey, listen. At least we know Nick Fuentes isn't a simp, and at least we know that he practices equality. You know, he didn't even think twice that this was like a nice old lady who posed no actual threat. He didn't even think twice. You know, he was like, equality, bam, pepper spray. The same way he would have if there was like a giant, gnarly gang member outside of his door. And I think that just shows that Nick Fuentes, if anything, is going woke.
I'm going to get inside, and then I'll give you a report number as soon as the ambulance is going to pull up now.
Okay.
You can hear them. They're going to check your eyes. You could sign a medical refusal, and then you don't have to go with them, but I do want them to check your eyes out, okay? Give me a second.
Oh boy.
So I'm getting a couple things about. Can we do it here, man? I don't want to go all the way to the back.
She's gonna.
Well, I'm telling you, let's do it here.
Let's do it here.
Come on, man. I don't want to.
Why?
Huh? I don't want to argue with you.
I want to go in the back.
Isn't it crazy how, like, literally, immediately Fuentes is being a little bitch. He wasn't even being polite, no pleasantries, nothing. Just like, no, she can still see me. Calm down, Jimmy Neutron, okay? You're fine. She's a little old lady that you already pepper sprayed, pushed down the steps, and did you even return her phone yet? I wonder if he still has her phone during this. Seriously though, it's just ridiculous how quickly he reveals that he's not going to be cooperative, which just makes him look all the more guilty.
Where she can't have a line of sight from.
Well, she's not even
No,
building this
but she
medic.
could. So
Nick, I don't want. I'm trying
let's
to.
just go to the backyard.
Nick,
why
well,
did you
is your
wanna go
Nick?
to the backyard?
Is your name Nick?
Yes.
Okay, Nick. I'm trying to get your side of the story, and by you acting like this is not helping, man. I got two sides, two stories, and I'm trying to just
All right.
kind of find the middle ground
Well,
here.
let me take your card, because I'm not doing an interview.
Huh?
What I'm going to tell you is this.
Well, I heard they're targeting your house.
Yes. I've been
About,
harassed
social
for the past
media.
4 days.
Okay, and what is that about?
What does he mean I'm not doing an interview? Like, this is a police investigation. They're not the paparazzi, Nick. You can't just be like, nah, I don't really, nah. I'm not really in much of a chit-chat mood right now, officer. Maybe come back tomorrow after I've had a little more coke. Like, what? Dude, this isn't, it's not like, again, they're the cops. They're here to investigate. And why would he not want to show or explain his side of things?
I posted a joke on the internet. I'm a live streamer.
You're like a YouTube channel?
Something.
Also, let's just round of applause for that. This pussy ass little bitch. I made a joke on the internet. You were not making a joke, Fuentes. You have said it already. We've seen the clips, dude. We're not stupid. You have said you always have to say what you really think, and you got to mask it in irony and sarcasm so you have the plausible deniability. You literally acknowledged it yourself because you're stupid. So, I'm sorry, dude. Nobody believes that you told a joke. You may have said things in a more inflammatory way or whatever, but at the end of the day, you meant what you said as far as your body, my choice. That was, you meant that. You definitely mean, or excuse me, Nick has also made it very clear how he feels about women, how he views them as significantly lesser than. So this is right in line with his overall worldview. So no, I don't believe for a second that it was a joke. Even him claiming it was a joke just shows what a cowardly little bitch he is, because he can't even stand behind what he believes in. Instead, he's got to be like, it was just a stand-up comedy act. Hee hee.
Yeah.
You're saying you're a white supremacist?
I'm not a white supremacist. I'm Mexican. My last name's Fuentes.
I know. I kind of.
I'm a white supremacist.
I saw the.
Yo, more proof that Nick's going woke. Are you a white supremacist? I'm not. I'm Mexican. What? I'm sorry. Since when does ethnicity determine your political aligning? That seems awfully yikesy. That sounds like a bedroom feminist would say that there, Nick.
Okay, but I mean, you know, it's 2024, man. You make one bad joke, and this happens, especially right now after Trump won, man.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, but
it's a very political thing to say.
We also live in a free country where you can speak without people showing up and trying to hurt you.
Oh, I'm sorry. She's across the street.
Was the lady showing up trying to hurt you? That did happen more recently. We're going to get into that after this, so we're going in sort of chronological order. However, the lady standing at your door, Nicholas, posed no fucking threat to you. We all saw the video where she got pepper sprayed. She was just walking up to ring the doorbell, and you slammed the door open like you were John Wick, and then sprayed her in the face, kicked her down the steps, and then, like I said, stole her phone. Or at least took her phone for a little bit.
Yeah.
She's the one on her phone?
Yeah, she's the one on her phone.
What's the story?
Apparently, well, what I'm getting is this guy over here has made a bad joke online, and now people are targeting his house. This lady, as you know, she came over here, rang the doorbell. Apparently, he sprayed her with mace in the eyes and pushed her down the stairs. So she just wants to report. So, like, for now, I'm just gonna get his side of the story. I guess she fell into the concrete. Make sure she's okay, and then her eyes, apparently, she has pepper spray. Huh? No, that's what she's claiming. So I'm gonna speak to the other party here and see what happened. Yeah. Hey man, did you spray her with pepper spray?
I'm not doing an interview right now.
Huh?
All I'm going to say is I'm going to take your card.
Dude. First of all, Merry Christmas, Holly. Love you, my baby. Make sure everybody you subscribe to Holly or follow Holly's Twitch channel. She's also going to be launching her YouTube channel up soon. That's right. So that's going to be really exciting. All right. I think we need to go back to this for a second because this is so fucking funny.
Spray? Yeah. Hey man, did you spray her with pepper spray?
I'm not doing an interview right now.
Huh?
All I'm going to say is I'm going to take your card.
Just immediately evasive. Hey dude, did you spray her with pepper spray by any chance? I'm not doing an interview right now. Get the cameras off. No paparazzi. Shut up, dude. They're asking for your side of things. But it really speaks volumes that he's clearly guilty in this situation because he's being so ridiculously evasive, even about things that don't need, like, even about things that could just have a straight answer.
And my defense attorney didn't touch the deal. Not doing
This is just a report. I'm not
going to talk. All I'm going to say is I'm a high-profile person. I want someone stationed here. 20 people came by last night. I had paid security. They documented all of it.
Where's security?
I called. They're coming tonight at 7 o'clock.
Okay.
I can't afford to have it 24 hours. I called earlier because somebody else was in front taking pictures of my house. Cops drove by, saw the car that I reported with the license plate, make and model, and they didn't even stop.
Okay.
And the lady stood there filming my house, pointing at my house, gesturing to it.
Is that even illegal? Is it illegal to photograph somebody's house? Yeah, there's someone's house right here. Generally, it is legal to photograph the exterior of someone's house from a public place, as long as you are not trespassing on the property to take the picture. However, depending on the circumstances and local laws, there may be situations where taking a photo of someone's house could be considered an invasion of privacy, particularly if the photo is taken with the intent to harass or harm them. Okay, so like, because it's legal for Google Earth to be a thing. So I don't actually think that somebody being outside his house, or sorry, taking pictures of his house, if they were just standing on the sidewalk, the public sidewalk, just taking pictures, there's not really much you can do about that.
This has been going on for the past 3 days. I've been calling the police. Clearly no one's taking it seriously.
You're not hurt or anything, are you?
No, I'm okay.
All right, cool. I'll go check. Yeah, thank you. Look, man, like, to be honest, I'm trying to talk to you, get your side of the story
I know.
for the whole thing. You're
not here to help me. I know.
Well, I'm not here to help you?
No.
I just got here. How do you know if I'm here to help you?
I know my rights. I'm not trying to fight with you, but I'm also not going to be telling you. I want your card. My defense attorney will call you.
You mind if I just say something right quick?
Go ahead, sure.
First of all,
Dude, Nick Fuentes has taken so many words to just say ACAB.
My defense attorney will call you.
You mind if I just say something right quick?
Go ahead, sure.
First of all, I'm gonna have to get your information.
Sure.
You have to provide that
Yeah,
because
of
there was a
course.
crime committed.
Yes.
All right. So second of all, from what I get, I don't care really. I don't care what you said online. I really don't care whether it was left leaning, right leaning, in the middle. I don't care.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Okay. To me, no. Now I don't. I would hate if I was living here, whether I made a bad joke intentionally, whether I meant it or not, and somebody was showing up to my house. That's kind of like wrong, right? Can we agree on that? I'm actually agreeing with you that people shouldn't show up to your house. But now you don't want to cooperate with me. You don't want to ask. Okay.
I can also agree with that. Like, yeah, at the end of the day, it's pretty stupid to show up at a high-profile person's house and try to ring the doorbell. That's probably not a good idea. However, just if that's not a good idea does not necessarily, and in this case it doesn't, justify the reaction from the other person. So it's kind of dumb that you would go up and try to knock on someone's door when you know that their address was just doxed. They've had a ton of people coming to their house already and actually posing threats. You could be mistaken for a threat. Why do that? That seems pretty dumb, sure. However, on the flip side, she wasn't actually doing anything threatening, so Nick Fuentes responding the way he did was just fucking outrageous.
Now, I'm trying to get whether she actually did anything to provoke you to pepper spray her and push her down the stairs. Those are bad allegations. So I'm trying to get your side of the story.
Even the cop is saying, like, yeah, but did she do anything to provoke you? Like, because it's bad that you just pepper sprayed her. Like, even the fucking cop is telling him this.
Yeah, if you don't tell me anything, I'm gonna say you're not cooperative and they don't want to ask the question.
Here's my side story. I'm here for my life. People have been posting my address online for the past 3 days, telling me they're coming to kill me, they're coming to rape me. I have all screenshots, I'm posting pictures.
Oh, boo-hoo. Suddenly, now that Nick is on the receiving end of rape threats, he is suddenly fucking terrified and cowering like a little bitch baby, sucking his thumb. This is adorable. The Groypers, Nick Fuentes fans, some of the most depraved, lowly, subhuman degenerates on planet Earth, who consistently send people rape threats and disgusting messages and harassment. Now suddenly Nick is on the opposing side of it. Now Nick is on the receiving end of things, and now he's just crying. Boo-hoo. Literally, it's pathetic and embarrassing. And also, chat, you're completely right. Yeah, how did he know she wasn't just selling Girl Scout cookies? What if it was an Amazon delivery? Like, it just doesn't make any sense that you would just swing the door open and spray somebody before you even have, or before there's any idea that there's a threat there.
Showing how long it's going to take to get to my house. And I have people showing up all day. And that's my side of the story. So I'm
with her,
for my life. I haven't slept for a few days. I've got nowhere to go. That's my side of the story.
Okay, with her, did you push her on the stairs?
At 1446.
No comment on that.
No comment.
Did you pepper spray her?
Dude. Bruh. Why is Fuentes... Ugh. He's so guilty. Sheesh. He's like, did you push her down the stairs? Crickets. Just nothing.
340 at 1446.
No comment on that.
No comment.
Did you pepper spray her or anything?
No comment.
10-4.
Could you give me your card?
I don't have a card, but let me get your ID.
Okay. You don't have a card?
No, I don't have a card.
Do you have a card? No? You don't carry cards?
Nope.
Who carries business cards? Nick. We're not boomers, okay? If anything, ask for their number so you can like text them some updates.
What's your phone number, man?
Okay. Sheesh.
Yeah, it's no beef.
No,
It's not
I
personal.
don't take it personal either. But all I was trying to say is, I wasn't taking sides. I don't take her side. I don't take your side.
I know.
I'm pretty right down the middle. Okay. So, right for now, with you not making any comments, I would have to take your side. Well, at least for now, I'm gonna go speak to her. So you don't want to talk to me about anything that happened here today.
No.
All right, just stay right here, please, with him. I'm gonna give me like 5 minutes and we'll be done. I'm just gonna talk to her real quick.
It's not somebody you know, just a random person.
Random person. People come in here all weekend.
So what did she say?
She's standing out there filming my house saying, this is neo-Nazi Nick Fuentes, my address, my phone number. Some other lady pulls up, also to harass me. And says, oh, someone's already here. They're both here to harass me.
Well, here's what I'll recommend. I don't know who's right or wrong.
It's just so funny that they're like random like soccer moms apparently coming by to see Nick Fuentes' house. Nick Fuentes, the guy who touts about how men are always stronger than women and women are these weak, fragile losers, suddenly now hiding in his house. Oh, there's another minivan out here with another mom. Oh, like what the fuck, bro? Practice what you preach. If you think you're the big tough man and that women are just these little weak losers, stop acting like a weak little loser when a woman shows up at your house. It's because this guy's a fucking liar, obviously, but still.
Wrong here. I don't know what your post was. I heard about it. I don't know what it is. I don't follow that. I'm old. I'm not really on social media. But what I would do, unless
Hey,
you're
Nick, he said he was old. Ask him if he has a card.
literally imminent danger, like where you're, struggling to save your life type of thing, call us.
All right. Well, I did.
I'm just saying, just don't know, because now we don't have a corroboration on your side. We seem to have a corroboration on that side, and that puts us in a dilemma. So I'm not saying you're wrong.
I'm
Them
talking to an attorney
them
before
being at your house
Yeah.
makes them look bad. However, there's two versions that side, one version that side. So what I'm saying is, instead of the interaction, just call, find out why they're here, so forth.
I'm just saying, I did call.
Okay, I'm just saying.
I'm not trying to argue, but maybe you don't know. But I called an hour ago.
I wasn't here. I just literally just started.
It's fine. But you're telling me to call. That's what I did.
Okay. All right. Well, I didn't know that.
And they-
Our shift started like
Yeah.
25 minutes ago.
Thanks for telling
So-
me. I called.
So now it makes even more sense now why Nick is facing charges, because he's claiming that like these two random women showed up to harass him or something. But even so, now that means that him pepper spraying and pushing that one lady is corroborated by the other lady. So now there are witnesses supporting one side, and then you only have Nick Fuentes who is being uncooperative. It is pretty clear who is in the wrong here.
And the lady recorded it on her phone.
Yeah, that's right. Good point. Yeah. The lady also recorded it on her phone. So she has a lot of evidence against him.
They came. They drove right by the car that I described.
Okay.
I said it's a Volkswagen white
And
crossover.
what was that call? I don't know what that was. What happened on
They
that
were
call?
doing the same shit.
A different person, a third
A
person,
third person.
just whatever.
A third-
Case in your place, whatever.
Filming me, pointing at my house, yelling.
Okay.
And look, I'm not trying to be argumentative, but I called, and they drove right by the car that I
I
described.
can't answer for that.
And I'm not asking you to,
But what I
you
would
give me this
say.
advice. That's what I
But
did.
what I would say is continue to call. Hopefully, a better interaction will happen.
Okay, well, I've been calling for months now.
Okay.
It's been going on for a long time.
I would still do the same because
Calling for months. Damn. Maybe you should consider not making quote unquote jokes like that anymore then. But like, do you have Tourette's? You can shut the fuck up, right? You can just stop saying that stuff, right? You'd think if it was posing this much of a grave danger for him, and if it's really just a joke, meaning he doesn't really believe it or at least is not willing to stand by it that strongly, then why not just back down? Then why not just be like, yeah, I was wrong, I was fucked up, all right, done. Like, if you're this terrified of getting shoved in a locker, then fucking stop making those stupid jokes. And I say jokes loosely, because I don't really think that they're jokes. But if Nick Fuentes wants to claim that they are, then he shouldn't really have that, it shouldn't be that big of a deal, or it shouldn't be much of an ego hit even, to just walk back on it. Be like, yeah, it was just a joke, I didn't really mean that, I'm sorry, it was stupid.
at some point, we'll get. eyes water because of this way. We'll get to the identities of these folks, and generally speaking, when people know they're known, they will more likely than not cut it out.
Now we know.
So now we have a general idea of the police interaction with Nick Fuentes on the fateful day that he decided to pepper spray a random lady. But it does not end there, my friends. The Nick Fuentes saga continues. And this is where things actually do get a little bit on the creepier side. Now again, Nick Fuentes completely and totally overreacted when it was just the grandma at his door. However, a little while later, and by a little while later, I mean like a couple days ago, this happened right outside of Fuentes' door.
Newly released ring footage shows a would-be assassin outside the door of controversial speaker Nick Fuentes. The man was fully armed.
You can see that somebody showed up outside of Nick Fuentes' house with a crossbow of some sort
When
and
Nick
a
didn't
gun.
answer, the man called for him.
Yo, Nick!
Finally, the masked man went away, but he reportedly killed the neighbor's 2 dogs. Newly released ring footage shows a would-be assassin out.
And apparently it's even worse than that. This guy who showed up outside of Nick Fuentes' house allegedly was the same man who was suspected of killing 2 people earlier that day. A man suspected in the fatal shootings of, 3 people in central Illinois was shot and killed by police after opening fire on them in suburban Chicago. Wow. So there was a report of a man with a gun around 11:30 p.m. So this guy that was outside Nick Fuentes' door is now dead because he was killed by police in a shootout with the cops. Not too much information yet. The man ran away and forced his way into a home where he fatally shot 2 dogs. That's fucked up, literally. Can this guy just, like, not? Save your ammunition for the neo-Nazis, pal. Just a joke. In Roblox. He then ran into a nearby yard where he refused police commands to stop. The man then shot at the officers and they returned fire, killing him. Police said he was suspected in the fatal shootings of 3 people at a home about 120 miles southwest of Chicago. One of the victims, identified Thursday, was Sarah Mason, 26 years old. She died at the scene where the 3 were found about 9:40 p.m. on a Wednesday. The other 2, Janice Mason and Caleb Mason, were both pronounced dead at a nearby hospital. So this guy killed a family, tried to kill Nick, fucking hurt animals for some stupid reason, and then ended up getting killed by police. Wow, what a life. That, you know what? This is a guy who's living a life almost as sad as Nick Fuentes is. So, my God. Whew. Poor dude. Not. Have fun in hell, punk. I don't really care what you think of Nick Fuentes. At the end of the day, no matter what somebody's political alignment is, no matter what kind of joke somebody's made, literally attacking somebody or attempting to kill somebody, it's going to be very difficult to ever find a rational justification for that. I mean, we were just slamming Nick for attacking someone for just standing out on his porch. Is this not similar? The dude's just inside asleep and someone's outside trying to just shoot him. There are much more constructive ways to go about dismantling Nick Fuentes' pathetic and stupid, harmful ideas. But yeah, that is the crazy Nick Fuentes saga thus far. I will check to see if there's any more updates. That's all. Well, small Dick Fuentes, he strikes again.